1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And some room to run now. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Ravens' 46-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. And this one is incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Daniel on the tackle.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
He's got his man. It's Andrews.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down. That is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson's throw on target to Willie Snead. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 29-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. The toss right. This is Ingram. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27th.
He was brought down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
From the 27, Jackson. Zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Ingram. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. In on the tackle, Alex Okafor.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Chiefs' 13-yard line.
2nd down at 7. This is Ingram. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
That's
That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. They'll run here with Ingram. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Mahomes picked by his ex-teammate Marcus Peters. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown. And they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it up, and he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And it's good to make it 14-0. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
For Baltimore.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Give them 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down, eluding the pressure right. And Robinson with a big catch. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
The 37-yard line.
On the ground, this is Williams. They find some open field here. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The tackle made by L.J. Ford.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run it with Williams. And he is in. Touchdown. Kansas City taking it in from a yard out. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
The extra point up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Ravens take over first and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without the...
And now look at him go! And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown! Hollywood Marquise Brown, 78 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Lining up for the extra point.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive is going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Working from the gun, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. This is caught by Robinson. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. To throw again on second down. Mahomes buying time to his left. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flushed out right. That one complete to Hill. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he's got it. And he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes taking it in. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown.
The kick is
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's probably what we're seeing here.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
for 1st and 10. At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down.
It's 2nd down.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead, now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain...
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Like a freight train there, Derek Notty with a sack.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you, the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Dancing to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 6 yards there. 1st down, Baltimore.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Ingram again, a first down carry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. It's complete to Snead. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Oh, Earl Thomas coming up from that safety spot to make sure he didn't get back to the line of scrimmage.
5-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
It's a gain of 15 yards and leads to 3rd down.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. To throw, it's Mahomes being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. That's complete to Robinson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
We always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. But 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. Mahomes now to throw. That is caught by Williams. Touchdown, Kansas City. Damian Williams. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chiefs are a 2-point conversion away from tying this thing up. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as head play backfires in a big way.
Chiefs, 19.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
13 yards remaining on second down. Ingram again. He's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Ingram, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's Hardman to return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Deep over on second down, but it will end up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Mahomes flushed out right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everybody.